Don't waste a step. Here we go.
Expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
On fire, we were rescued.
I spoke to a witness who
You've been
says
seeing
you
the
entered the
flames,
house
we're still here.
Lord
before the fire
Gortash
started.
is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience
I don't
chamber.
know, dear. I don't know.
The people used to respect the fist. Now they call for the steel ball.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Someone there? Step lightly. Just like old times. The softest touch. Not even a challenge.
I've got a long road ahead. something to ask.
On your way. May Lord Gortash provide.
Time to press ahead. Here goes nothing.
What now? Yes, let's. Into the shadows. Don't look now. Don't mind if I do. Almost too easy. What a generous pocket. Not a sound. Just be quick. This way. All right.
All's well that ends... not as bad as it could have. Best be on my way. Let's have a look.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
I'm not paid to chat.
Huh?
Stay on my good side, yeah?
What do you want? You're the one pestering old men in cages? Now scram with your sourpuss. You're disturbing my sitting time.
You're too late. It's over. I didn't give up. I lost. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Older Ravengard's husk. Empty as a stare. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy. Conspiracy. Sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Hurry.
witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells. You've convinced them, for now. But transgress again, and no amount of talking will get you out of trouble.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I'll be executed in 5 dawns. When the... I'll seek out my connections.
Seems like a good moment to talk. Let's get going. I'll give it a shot. I should speak up.
Oh, for Balderan's...
Breathe deep and move.
Keep focused. We can talk once I'm free. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. When the... I'll seek out my connections. Hurry.
Don't touch me.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells. You've convinced...
Still breathing, despite everything. Very well. Death won't take me yet.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells. They believe you.
What's next?
Ready and willing. Let's chat.
No one back home will ever believe this. Seems simple enough. How much farther can I go? Traps, please. Something's on my mind.
Oh, for bull...
How delicious. Be very, very quiet. One step at a time.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Make a goddamn decision for starters. The council talks till their jaws near fall off, but nothing ever gets done. Gortash, he's a man of action.
Best get in and out. Should mind my step. Can't slow down. Better not be cursed.
Keep focused. We can talk once I'm free.
Good idea, I think.
Old man Otto, muttering in his sleep. Something about a trap. A worm's rock.
What path lies before me? Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Watch your back.
Salutations.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
A long way to go still.
No time to rest. Need to find a way forward. Is that blood? No, never mind.
Lord Portash is expecting you.
With haste.
Please make your way to the
Calm down, dear. It won't. I swear.
Lord Portash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Portash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out. I will travel to the upper city, find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
What's up for discussion?
No distractions, please.
Hells. Not this again.
The brain is resisting its orders. Without all 3 stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
Ah, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Trust no one. Over there. Neither seen nor heard.
Still alive, so that's progress. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Let's see.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I want to have a word.
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining? It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about. You've been reading too many picture books.
Lord Gortash himself is the one pulling their strings. We're all better off for it.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you're not the master. Just as well.
Well, hello. There. Ready or not, on the hunt. Let's go.
What to do? At the ready.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I need a quick word.
You hear? Milady says Absolute's army's on the march. There's watchers. We'll hold the line. You best believe.
Bruff's babbling, no time to talk.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling. Sorry, but there's no room for me. I like how you think.
Defender of the people.
one move ahead. I love surprises.
Right. What now?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the...
Well met.
Gods, it must be exhausting to be so cynical.
Not as exhausting as all that.
Light on my feet. I want to have a word.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. Correct your tone, citizen.
Dearest Patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, but a moment. The Blade of Frontiers graces our halls, and he's wearing his devilish best.
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my Steel Watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
So Ketheric was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise. But you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketheric and Orin together to create the Absolute. They knew this would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hell's...
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm.
Who? The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short.
Gortash's eyes blink in a
Your cat. Who? I can't.
A doppelganger in our camp? A little redundant of me to say, but that could be anyone.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly. Or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. More importantly, just. Now, come, be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Unthinkable. To see my own father named Gortash, the sole ruler of Baldur's Gate. Please, we need to speak with him. Maybe he can see reason.
If Gortash is to be believed, then even our camp isn't safe from Orin's influence. You might want to confirm the veracity of his claim, or at least clean up the mess.
So, we have a shape changer at our camp. Good luck finding her. You could watch out for anyone acting strangely, but, well, you know the lunatics we camp with.
Where am I needed? Direct me. Defender of the people.
Looking ahead.
Archduke Gortash. Now there's a man who knows good business.
Greetings, citizen. I trust you are having...
Moving in. Something's on my mind.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Illithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
So, the real man is still in there. Somewhere.
Have we finished then? Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed her.
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Kill Orin and take her Netherstone. Find me in my office upstairs when it's done, and do not return until it is done. Let this be my one warning.
What a day.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
Gods, you're beautiful.
Never wanted the easy path.
Sunfish head stew. The kitchen is fresh out of sunfish, my lady.
Well, I never.
Mm-hmm.
A commoner made Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I never thought I'd see the day.
Once, my lady.
I should speak up.
Absolute's army won't stand a chance. Gortash will crush them like roaches under his boot.
highly about.
I trust the request wasn't enough.
Time I could kill giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway to arm.
Strange things are happening to us. What festers in our minds may well impel our bodies.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Mizora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
I don't relish the idea of Mizora visiting our camp, let alone offering us anything resembling a deal. When the devils start approaching you, you know you're in deep.
Whatever business Will has with Mizora, it will cost him dearly. Or worse still, it will cost us. I hope we can afford it.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice. Adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
Holy hells.
You do not call upon the sisters. They come when the hells demand witness.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch! Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazora's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our minds and the city from the brain.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Will sold his father's life for his freedom. My mistake. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead 3 in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Will gave up his father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made after all. Especially if the old Duke's fall means his rise.
I did not know Duke Ravengard that well. But I am sure he would not want his son to become slave to Zariel for his sake. I am sure Will knows that. But we would do well to remind him when his days grow dark. No one truly understands the weight of loss until they've worn it a while. There is no shame in sharing the load when you need to. There might be, but it's not a path I tread until we must. Let it wait until the city proper. Perhaps I'll have had a better idea by then. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a Baalist to lead us. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
Time and again, Will's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. It's one thing to make such a sacrifice in the pursuit of such a pack, but to do so in order to escape one. Truly, it leaves you with nothing.
Will sacrificed his own father. A hard choice, but not one that is unknown in nature. At times, a seedling must strangle the very tree that bore it, If it's to survive.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Will sacrificed his own father. I hope freedom from the Pact is worth it to him.
Well met.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious. A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out someone if you want me. Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little left out.
Let's see what this does.
By order of Lord Gortash, all livestock admitted to the city must be surrendered. All livestock is now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing emergency. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
You're having a chuffing laugh! Lost most of our herd to wolves on the way here.
Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers.
You must agree, this is ludicrous. How are we meant to survive without our livelihoods?
Please provide a full inventory of any and all livestock before entering.
My husband's still in the outer city with the few cows we have left. How am I going to tell him we have to give them up?
One day I'll catch a break. Let's see.
Any complaint after you turn your animals over to the care of the Ducal Council.
What is that gonna do us? How are we gonna support ourselves?
Failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
You're having a chuffing laugh! We lost most of our herd to wolves on the way here.
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, We must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Oh, yes, your trademark wit. Now, what do you want exactly? Gods, this is the first time you can forget. Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home. I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us. I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
Have to keep going. What's up for discussion?
Mistra has a shrine.
Eyes front and keep your nose.
How can I help?
Gods, you can forget just how much... Now, what do you want exactly?
Another step forward.
All animals must be surrendered. Village
Mistra has a shrine within the city, located in the Stormshore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do eyes front and keep your nose clean.
You do realize we can't stay here forever, don't you? At least let us take it to a doctor. Those walls might slow the army of the absolute.
Gods, you can forget just... Now, What do you want exactly?
If not over, then through.
All animals must be surrendered. Failure to do so will...
Mistra has a shrine within the city, located in the Stormshore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you need to. But I shall be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of the divine, Astaria?
Oh, I tried them all. None of them answered.
Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers. Careful. That sounds like a threat. And people who threaten the fist end up in jail or dead. Now run along before I start taking you seriously.
I have something to ask.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Thank you.
On the list. You do realize we can't stay here forever, don't you? I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
My friend's niece, let her go.
Back off! She goes into the police, unless Lord Gortash tells us otherwise.
One blow and she drops like she's dead.
Maybe she is.
Used to think those things were going to make me feel safer. Not anymore.
As you were, citizen.
What did she even do? I bet nobody knows. I didn't see her do anything wrong.
Damn near busted her skull. I didn't see her make no trouble.
I know her. That's Golster. She's no thief.
You really won't feel it.
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me.
Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? You don't pull your punches, do you? Freebies? Back for more? I don't mind, so long as you're paying. Charge too much, people hit you harder. Then they take the gold back. Besides, I've taken enough punches for free. At least this way, I get paid something. So, you having a go or not? Then move. Let someone else have a go.
Careful, I'm behind.
No one's stopped me yet. Very well.
You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
Here we go.
Nortale's shelter. Refugees welcome.
You'll not find any fearmongering here.
I'm grateful to be here, I am. But I thought we'd arrive as a family. Not like this.
Welcome. If you've need of a bunk or a bath, you'll find them upstairs.
soap here smells funny. My head's itchy.
Hot soapy water and a fine-tooth comb. That's all you need. Those lice will be gone in no time.
His mother was better with this kind of thing. I'll do my best.
Such a noisy city. Does it never sleep? Never heard a racket like this back home. Till the absolute arrived, anyway. Good luck getting some kip up here. I'd stuff your ears if I were you.
Keep a blade close. Subtle steps. Like a wraith. Some mild lass.
Can't give up now. Let's move.
I don't need silence. Just quiet will do. Good luck getting some kip.
Let's keep to the shadows. A very penetrable pocket. Pleasant oblivious. Don't linger.
Gortash just wants to make sure that there's no misinformation.
The truth is the truth. We trust our readers to make up their
Never
own
a dull
minds.
moment.
If the Steel Watchers had eyes, at least you'd feel like you were being watched by something with a soul.
These boots have seen everything.
Baldur's Mouth.
I've no qualms about the quality of content. I've
Still watch.
Well,
I am so glad you asked, Edward. No.
Never run away with this. They don't like it when you think too much. They might question their authority.
Bet that hostel lady wouldn't make you clean the dishes.
Do my job, right?
To do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
In my opinion, we should have a steel watch in every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked. It'd certainly help with the dishes.
The lies they're publishing.
Okay, after the joke, you're not. Leave it some time and then...
This ain't over,
Do you know how hard it was to get those cabbages into the city? Nigh on impossible.
Not everyone subscribes.
Criminals. We can't let them go.
Murder's happening right on our doorsteps.
Nowhere's safe anymore.
God's damned hypocrites! The Blade of Frontiers, all pomp and empty oaths. The Sword Coast's most dashing fraud. You are either a fool for trusting him or a wretch for conspiring with him. Doesn't matter which. Lady Mizora told me everything. How Will slaughtered his own father. How he craves his power. How he means to make the city bow to him and him alone. This city holds no place for you or for Ravengard's treacherous spawn. At ease. By the living gods, I believe you. What darkness has fallen upon us? There's something you must know. I should have told Will sooner, but I'd hoped somehow Ravengard would return to us. He knew about the Absolute. I thought little of it at first, but he realized the danger before anyone else did. He understood that if the cult were successful in raising an army, Baldur's Gate would be doomed. Before the Absolutists abducted him, he told me that should he fall, I should seek Will out and give him a message. Will was schooled in the ways of the great champions. He is to use those lessons to wake the worm sleeping beneath Baldur's Gate. The worm is oath-bound to answer the call and come to the city's aid. A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Balduran he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened. but just the once. The city has faced countless threats, but Ravengard knew it could not survive the absolute slaughter. With him gone and the city near ruin, the worm's awakening now falls to you and Will. The Duke gave me this. The legend of Unsur, an ancient epic, ill-remembered, dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you, or do not, and see Baldur's Gate burn to ash. Thank you. In darkness, I see your light. I should go. I know of still others that might help us when the battle horns call. Unleash the worm. Let its tempest swallow the Absolute and its allies. And may they be driven forever from the coast.
Have a still watching every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked. It'd certainly help with the dishes. Okay, after the joke, you'll laugh. Leave him some time and then...
Prison. But what's this of a true hero's spark?
You should start your own opinion column.
I could do that. I have no opinion.
We don't need agitators like you ruining your outing.
I was joking. You really are that